I'm your Bill Holden in Stalag 17.
I really don't get that reference.
Google it.
Got it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're delving into the groundbreaking innovations and pivotal releases that shaped technology, entertainment, and everyday life throughout this transformative decade.
The adrenaline and getting it to work was such that, you make miracles happen.
1990, the first public website. In 1990, the world's first web browser, World Wide Web, changed everything.
By the end of 1990, Tim Berners-Lee had the first web server and browser up and running on his next computer at CERN.
Created by Tim Berners-Lee, it let people connect and read linked pages for the first time, introducing the basic structure of the internet we still use today.
CERN, because CERN's a great place to invent the web, because lots and lots of different documentation systems came from all over the world. So there's a lot of frustration, personal frustration for me, and an idea also that I wanted to have really good collaborative tools for the people I was working with. And so when you realize, it could be simpler.
Sure, it was simple and mostly used by researchers, but it laid the foundation for a world that would one day make good on the worldwide part of its name. At the same time, Archie, the world's very first search engine, helped early users navigate this growing online world more easily.
Alan called the tool Archie because file naming conventions at the time required the word archives be shortened to 6 characters.
Plus, the digital camera emerged, letting people capture and instantly view photos without film, reshaping how memories were recorded and shared.
How about a palm-sized digital camera? Not for me, but a friend who's fallen on hard times.
1991, Webcams. If you thought tech was making us less active today, just wait until you hear why the webcam was invented.
I sat right next to this machine, so I was lucky. I always had fresh coffee, but some of the other people in the group would come down from 2 or 3 floors away, and they would find that there was just, the dregs in the bottom, and it was pretty bad then.
In 1991, the famous Trojan Room coffee pot webcam was born. Initially, just so researchers could check the coffee level without leaving their desks. This early, internal use really set the stage for how we'd eventually use webcams for everything from video calls to online streaming.
When we did this, it was one of the earliest, if not the earliest, cameras on the web. And it has gone from that novelty aspect to being of historic interest remarkably quickly. And I think perhaps on the web that can happen much faster than anywhere else.
Meanwhile, the Linux kernel was introduced, laying the foundation for an open-source software movement that basically still powers tons of devices today. While the first true website launched this year, the simple webcam proved that digital communication was about to become much more personal. 1992, SMS. In 1992, a simple 2-word greeting, Merry Christmas, launched a communication revolution.
The first message was Merry Christmas, spelled with the full words, not Xmas, it was Christmas, and it was sent to Richard Jarvis, who was director for Vodafone at the time.
Sent by engineer Neil Papworth from a computer via a Vodafone network, it became the world's first SMS text message. Originally designed so network operators could send service alerts, texting quickly took on a life of its own as a personal communication tool.
London's Science Museum says the SMS marked a turning point in the history of phones and communications.
Early phones weren't exactly built for typing, making messages frustratingly slow and awkward to send. But the convenience was impossible to ignore. Over time, SMS reshaped how people stayed in touch, turning conversations into quick, written exchanges. This simple system laid the groundwork for today's non-stop messaging and social media culture.
Gina hasn't taken her eyes off her phone in 2 hours. First person to make her look up wins the pot.
1993, the first intelligent prosthesis. In 1993, health technology took a major step forward with the development of the first intelligent prosthesis.
There's also Bionic, often called the Terminator hand, which has different grips and gestures that can be controlled by the flexing of various forearm muscles.
Unlike earlier artificial limbs, this version used sensors and computer systems to respond to natural muscle movements, allowing users more control and independence. It showed how technology could meaningfully improve everyday life.
The story of creating artificial limbs is far from over. Scientists today are still working on improving the lives of amputees. From controlling the artificial limb with your brain, to allowing the patient to feel with their prosthetic limb, to regrowing the limb altogether.
That same year, the PDF file format was introduced, taking some of the frustration out of sharing carefully formatted documents. Sony also announced their intentions to release the first PlayStation, bringing immersive 3D gaming to homes all around the world. Meanwhile, advances in gene mapping began unlocking the secrets of human DNA.
Even now, scientists use genetic mapping to find a connection between a genetic disease that runs in families and gene mutations that might underlie the disease.
1994, the Nokia 1011. Mobile phones became far more practical with the mass production of the Nokia 1011, the first widely available GSM digital handheld phone.
Nokia. It remembers because it's human to forget.
This shift from analog to digital technology meant clearer calls and more reliable service, helping mobile communication spread widely. This year also marked the early development of Bluetooth, a short-range wireless technology that would later allow devices to connect effortlessly.
There have been a lot of innovations in cold medication since your time, and yet nothing for adults in bubblegum flavor. Still. Bluetooth.
The IBM Simon Personal Communicator also debuted, often considered the first true smartphone due to its combination of calling and digital organizer features.
So with it, I can get a page, I can check my email, I can send or receive faxes, I can make a phone call, of course, and I can use it like a normal PDA. I can check my calendar, I can look up a phone number, even scratch a note to myself on this touch-sensitive screen.
Outside electronics, the Flavor Saver tomato became the first genetically modified food sold commercially, igniting conversations about science, food, and the future of agriculture. 1995, widespread GPS access. Imagine a world where finding your way relies solely on paper maps, while precise location data remains a guarded military secret.
The GPS system was developed by the military and can actually pinpoint position to within just a few meters. But for security reasons, the satellite signal is scrambled for civilian use.
That reality shifted in July 1995 when GPS achieved full operational capability as all 24 satellites reached orbit. The system became officially available worldwide, yet the US military preserved an advantage through selective availability, deliberately reducing civilian accuracy to roughly the length of a football field.
This handy little device here is the lost bushwalker's saviour. With a simple push of a button, it tells you exactly where you are to within 100 metres. It's called the Global Positioning System, or GPS.
Though far too vague for modern turn-by-turn navigation, it transformed sailing, hiking, aviation, and more. At the same time, Windows 95 let users visit newly launched Amazon or eBay, both essentially soft-launching a future where purchasing almost anything would happen with a click.
What are you doing? Are you online shopping? I'm trying to order those shoes the girl was wearing. You're looking for ladies' shoes. Shh, they're unisex.
1996, DVDs. This year marked the introduction of the DVD standard, which became a big leap forward in home entertainment.
I brought my DVD collection. Do you like Nick Cage movies?
They provided far better video and sound quality than VHS tapes, and they included cool extras like interactive menus and bonus features. Movie buffs rejoiced as film watching at home got a major upgrade.
1 out of every 4 US households owned a DVD player. DVD players were becoming cheaper, and at their peak in 2005, you can find them for under $50. And in 2007, about 80% of Americans owned a DVD player. This was more than VCRs at their peak, and it was also more than cable TV and personal computers at the time.
Not to mention it brought an end to the Be Kind Rewind era. The Nintendo 64 also launched this year, bringing 3D graphics and gameplay innovations that changed gaming forever. On the science front, Myriad Genetics made important advances in genetic testing, and genetic cloning experiments raised both hopes and ethical questions for the future of medicine.
On an ordinary farm in Scotland, scientists say a clone was created from a single cell taken from the udder of a sheep. The embryo was then implanted in a surrogate, making an exact genetic copy of its so-called mother.
1997, MP3 player. Music changed forever with the creation of the first portable MP3 player.
This MP3?
Yeah. While MP3 files already existed, this device made it possible to carry digital music in your pockets. Suddenly, skipping tracks and scratched discs were no longer daily annoyances.
Oh! You made my Discman skip!
This shift freed music from physical formats and paved the way for future devices like the iPod. That same year, Netflix launched as a DVD by mail service, quietly planting the seeds for a streaming revolution.
Go to Netflix.com, make a list of the movies you want to see. It's easy.
Suddenly, millions of DVDs are flying through the mail. I never returned this one. That's on me.
The Toyota Prius also debuted in Japan as the first mass-produced hybrid car, signaling growing interest in fuel efficiency. Meanwhile, early Wi-Fi standards were published, laying the groundwork for wireless internet as we know it.
This standard used the 2.4 radio frequency band, and since it was the first Wi-Fi standard, the speed was very slow at 1 to 2 megabits per second.
1998, Google. Can you even imagine trying to find anything online without Google? Its official launch in 1998 was nothing short of revolutionary.
Whoa! Just what is this magic searching device?
Right now I'm using Google.
Ooh!
It organized an endless database of info in a way that was fast, simple, and actually useful. It took off fast and completely changed how people look things up, learn new stuff, and get answers.
The pair wanted a name that would be as grand as their vision. Inspired by the vast number of links between pages and how their search engine would only become more accurate and useful as the web continued to grow, Page and Brin renamed their company after the mathematical term Google.
Little could anyone have known how much we'd end up relying on it for basically everything. Around the same time, commercial e-readers made digital books practical, medical research made real progress with stem cells, and a team began developing tiny camera pills that would help doctors see inside the body less invasively.
The procedure does not require any hospitalization. You come to the clinic, you swallow the capsule, put on the belt, put on your jacket and go to work.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
1999, the camera phone. If your phone is packed with photos of your baby, human or fur, you're using it for exactly the reason it was invented.
Philippe decides to try something that had never been done before. To share a picture of his newborn baby wirelessly with his family and friends.
In 1997, Philippe Kahn connected his laptop, camera, and cell phone to instantly share pictures of his newborn daughter with friends and family.
Just minutes after his daughter Sophie is born, her photo is making its way across the web. The first ever digital image uploaded from a cell phone to a social network.
Building on that idea, the Kyocera Visual Phone VP210, released in Japan in May 1999, became the first commercially available mobile video phone that could also take still photos. Its front-facing camera kicked off the era of visual communication and selfies.
Let me take a selfie.
That same year, DVRs like TiVo changed how we watch TV, while Napster shook up the music industry, sparking debates about sharing and digital rights.
The industry may have crushed Napster, but the idea had taken hold, and a flurry of other downloading services took its place.
It's free and it's easy and, you know, it's wrong, yeah, but a lot of people do it. Pretty much everybody does.
Which 90s invention are you most thankful for? Let us know in the comments.